everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Here to do the big haul, the KAE haul. So, I think I'm good. I think my nose is good. I think I can power through. I probably still don't sound the best. This is just the most frustrating, anyway. So I will be clearing my throat and stuff, but I need to get this video done. I do have another haul to do. My teddy bees also arrived today. The teddy bees that I wanted to arrive before they're ready to ship. It didn't, but it came today. So I guess there's no super urgency for me to get that up now because the ready to ship is done and there's hardly anything left on the website. So I'll do that tomorrow, but I'm doing the KAE tonight. So the KAE, there's 5 samples. There is 7 customs, and then there is 34 clamshells. So I went big. I have had a file on my phone where I have been plotting a KAE haul for pretty much as soon as summer finished and we started getting some autumn days in. I started building this list. So I probably didn't time it super well because it is, I wouldn't say it's like autumn winter heavy, but it probably does skew a little bit more in that direction, which of course now timing wise, we're on the other side of winter obviously, but I will get some cool weather melting out of this. And it's definitely not like completely an autumn haul. So I sit on KAE hauls because her stuff is available all the time. I tend to prioritize the stuff that, there's a bit more of that kind of FOMO, which is not the best when you think about it, but it just is what it is, I guess. But when she did the 20% off sale, I went, right, I'm buying everything that I have written down, all of the customs I've been playing around with in my head for ages, all of the scents that I've been interested in from the ready to ship, I'm just buying them all because 20% is great. So 20% off is great, sorry. So get stuck into it because it's going to be a long video. So I'll do samples first, then I'll do customs, then I'll do everything else. So the samples that I have the one that, I should say as well, some of these, they do look a bit smudgy, and I think part of that is I feel like the bags did get slightly hot in transit. I mean, the shapes are fine, but just a little smudgy. But also, this whole order, I moved it down to my lounge room and I had it down there for a few days and I was kind of sniffing things out, and I think my son probably played with things a bit, and then I put it all in a bag and had it sitting in a bag for a while. So I feel like things have just gotten a little bit beaten up literally around my house. So you just bear that in mind when you see things. So this is the one that apparently I can't pronounce. So Arugula, I can't pronounce it. I actually bought this one as well. So I'll talk about it when I get to it because it's got the scent notes on it, but I love it. So happy to have more. I got November Rain, which I'm really pleased about because I keep hearing about November Rain and I thought I haven't bitten the bullet on purchasing it, but I don't know what the scent notes are. I don't think I actually love it. I mean, I do love rain scents, but this one is very floral to me. It's a very bright kind of floral. November Rain's interesting because it smells very spring-like to me. And a little bit laundry as well. So I don't know if I love it. It's okay, but it's not my favourite type of rain. Kevin. So this is, God, some of these bags look really smudgy. I'm sure my son must have been playing with them. Sugar Hoogie Crunch, Jack Frost, and Mac Apple. So these samples are cute little teddy bears. This one's okay. I'm getting a very strong creamy mint from it. I guess that's the Jack Frost. And a bit of a bakery, and I can smell apple. So it's like a minty apple with a slight bakery. It's not really my type of scent, but it's okay. It's alright, but yeah, a bit too much mint. Laundromat into little flowery dial things. This one is a bit more on the subtle side. I felt like that when I first smelt it, but obviously my nose last week was playing up a little bit, so I thought maybe it was just my nose. But no, it's definitely a more subtle kind of laundry. It does smell like a laundromat. But kind of just like a generic kind of laundry powder. Nothing fancy. you know, it's not, I'm not really into laundry powder scents. So got two rather large pumpkins in pumpkin sugar donut. I should have brought water in here. So like that. So I've had pumpkin sugar donut in blends before, and I've liked it sometimes. Other times I haven't loved it. It's definitely identifiable here. Like, I definitely recognize it. And it smells like a pumpkin scent, a bit of a spiced pumpkin, and it smells like a sugar donut. I don't think I'd want to melt this on its own, but I feel like I could blend that with like cider or something, and I would probably like it. So I think it goes well in some blends, but on its own, it's just a bit too pumpkin-y, a bit spicy. And then I have pardon me, herbal essence. And this is in, I'm not actually sure what that shape's meant to be. If it's meant to be like an apple or a bum, or I don't know. Funnily enough, this, I mean, it does smell like a herbal essence scent, but it doesn't smell like the herbal essences that I used to get. Maybe in Australia we had a slightly different line. I think we often get like the Asian versions of things, because it smells kind of familiar but not exactly the same. I'm not huge into shampoo melting anyway, so yeah, that one's not really my thing, but yeah. So that's the samples. Now let's do the custom. So like I said, 7. One of them is a repeat. No, 2 of them are repeats that I've had before, and then everything else is new. So the first one is a repeat, and I think I've seen some people doing this custom because I've raved about it. So orange chiffon cake, mango sorbet, and Malibu rum cupcake. So I call it mango chiffon cake now. There's actually, and not that I was inspired by this, but there is a like a Filipino style of cake which is called a mango chiffon cake, and the notes kind of lined up. So I don't know if this smells the same as that type of cake, but yeah, it's my mango chiffon cake. I love this blend. This is one of my favorite summer bakery type scents. Like, I love melting this on a really warm summer morning. Her mango sorbet is just delicious. She has one of the best mango sorbets around. Does Kay and Carla, or Carla and Connie from Kay. I always get those 3 things mixed up. And you get like a really strong kind of coconutty, cupcakey scent from the Malibu rum cupcakes. Orange chiffon cake, I did get orange chiffon cake on its own, I think. And I think it adds a bit of a different sweetness and something else. Like, I don't 100% know what it does to blend, but I just feel like it wouldn't be the same without it, you know what I mean? So yeah, I adore this. I think I've still got maybe 1 or 2 pieces left in my bag from last year. But as soon as I melted it last year, I knew that I had to put it on my list for this year. So, and then the other one that I got, and I put a name to it this time, although I don't necessarily think this is 100% like my blend. I'm pretty sure it's been done before. Some of the names that I've given these blends are, they are A Song of Ice and Fire inspired. Some of them, not all of them. So this one I just called High Garden Harvest because it made me think of like a harvest. So this is Marshmallow, Fireside, Apple Harvest, and Fallen Leaves. I guess because it's got Apple Harvest in it, do you? I don't know if this is definitely one I've seen other people do or if they've used different apple scents for it, but I really like the Apple Harvest in this one. So you get a beautiful smokiness from the Marshmallow Fireside. The Apple Harvest, it's kind of, it almost makes me think of like an apple cider, but it's a bit fresher. It's more fresh apple, but it's still got that kind of slightly spiced, warm, almost fermented kind of tone. And the leaves just smells great in here. It just amps up the autumnness of this blend. So I really, really love this blend. I wish I'd had some, at the start of, like, I really did want to and plan to get some at the start of autumn, winter, and I didn't end up doing that, but I will melt a bit of it before the season is done. Pardon me. Alright, so now all of the other customs are new things that, again, it's possible other people have done them, but I haven't seen them written down anywhere. I didn't, yeah, anyway. So the first one, and this one was one I just threw, so the others I had on my list for ages and just thought about them and tweaked them and did a bunch of stuff. This one I just threw on the list at the, like, right before I ordered because I decided I needed a scent like this. So honeyed pineapple, zucchini bread, and marshmallow fluff. So this one, that's why it doesn't have a name. Although, generally speaking, I don't name my customs. I'm kind of deviating from this rule now, but I always felt for a while that I didn't want to name my customs until I tried them, because if I didn't like it, then I was like, why did I name that? But, oh, so good. But yeah, now, like most of these ones I named. Anyway, I love a good pineapple zucchini bread scent. And honey pineapple is a fantastic pineapple scent. Like, it's super syrupy and sweet, and that is exactly how I like my pineapple. Pardon me. Absolute novice. I should have had water down here when I started this video. So that's all on me. So yeah, honey pineapple, zucchini bread, marshmallow fluff. Like, yeah, honey pineapple, amazing pineapple. Her zucchini bread is great. I wanted even more sweetness. Like, I don't know why, because I'm not normally like a big sugary fruit scent lover, but something about pineapple and bakery, I just want it to be as sweet as possible. So yeah, I love this. I'm really happy with how that one turned out. It smells amazing. Alright, so the next custom is called Jenny of Old Stones. So this one is another A Song of Ice and Fire, so Game of Thrones, I suppose. Although Jenny of Old Stones was not in, like, you know, she's in the books, and she isn't even really featured that much in the actual A Song of Ice and Fire. She's kind of like in the history books, if that makes sense. But she's a character, and she's from the Riverlands area, so the notes I have on this are oak moss and amber, tonka and oud, and warm vanilla sugar. So where I was kind of riffing off of this one, not ripping off, but like riffing, is I was sort of thinking about the Teddy Bees blend Khaleesi, which is like Palo Santo, Fireside. It's got tonka, oud, warm vanilla sugar, and maybe something else. And there's something really beautifully clean, but at the same time clean and cologne-like and cozy, but really just unique in that blend. And the theory I had was that it's the tonka and the oud and the warm vanilla sugar together that I really love. So I wanted to take that combo and do it in a more kind of fresh, mossy kind of capacity. So that's sort of where I was thinking when I did this one. And when I tell you it turned out so perfectly, like, it's just, it did exactly that. So I can smell that the tonka and oud and the warm vanilla sugar, it definitely calls back to that Khaleesi blend that I love so much. But this is very different because obviously that one is all palos and firesides and smokiness. Whereas this one takes that kind of clean, it's almost soapy, but it's better than soapy. But it takes it, and then just the oak moss and amber, and it's not super mossy and super fresh, but it's just, oh, it turned out so freaking well. Exactly what I was hoping for from that blend. That's what I got. So I love that one. The next one I have here, so again, this is from that same, you know, George R.R. Martin world, Stepstones. So this is Cactus and Sea Salt, June Grass, and Stormy Night. So, pardon me. The Stepstones are a series of islands that sort of, they were like once a land bridge between Dawn, which is like, you know, the deep south, deserty kind of area, and Essos, so like the other side. And so I was thinking with this one, I was kind of thinking about like the Iron Islands, which are some islands that are on the other side of Westeros. And I was thinking about that, and I wanted to kind of take like a blend that was a little bit like, smelled a bit like what I think the Iron Islands would smell like, because over there it's more cold, like windy, cold, windswept, very, yeah. But the Stepstones, I figured they would be warmer and fresher. So Cactus and Sea Salt, Dune Grass, and Stormy Night is what I went with for this, because I was kind of thinking, about like small kind of tropical but very windswept islands. When I say tropical, more rocky than like tropical paradise, and definitely kind of prone to windswept, but also quite humid because they're in like a warmer climate. That's sort of where I was going, and I really, really, really like how this turned out. It is super crisp and fresh. And a little bit atmospheric from that Stormy Night. It's got the humidity, but it's just got a beautiful green, crisp, just amazingness to it. Like the cactus and the dune grass together is amazing. So this one will be great for summer. This one will be a really good one to cool the house down. Like, I have been enjoying a good sort of cactus and sea salt blend, and I think this will be like my go-to this summer. All right. So the next one is called Paulo Picnic. So it's not really inspired by anything. It's just Paulo Picnic. Pumpkin pecan waffles, sugared spruce, and Palo Santo. So this one was a bit of a gamble because sugared spruce is not something I've tried from KAE before. I just sort of looked at the scent profile and I thought it sounded good. I kind of wanted something tree-like, sweetened but woodsy as well. So pumpkin pecan waffles and obviously sugared spruce. And it's growing on me. So that when I first smelled it, I couldn't smell anything because I couldn't smell anything. And then when my sense of, because I have smelled these a few times, and once my sense of smell started to come back, I wasn't sure about it. I felt like it had a spearminty, almost bubblegum tone that I didn't like. But no, it's definitely growing on me now. It's not, I don't know why, but it's not nearly as kind of bubblegum-like as it smelled when I first got it. Or maybe my nose was just doing that, you know. I can smell the pumpkin pecan waffles. It is definitely sweeter because the sugared spruce is quite sugared, but I can smell more of that tree-like scent from the spruce now. And a bit of the Paulo. So I think this one is growing on me. It is growing on me. I quite like this one now. I was a bit, yeah, when it first came, I was like, oh, I don't think that one worked out, like, in my head, what I wanted. And I still don't think it quite matched what I was thinking about, but I think it's actually quite a nice blend. And the last custom is Crackling Blackberry Birch. So again, this one is just sort of named after the scent that it is. Vanilla birch, blackberry sage, and crackling birch. So I love crackling birch as an oil. I think KAE only got it in fairly recently. And I just wanted to do something that was crackling birch, but quite different to what I've experienced before. So I thought, and originally I just had blackberry sage and crackling birch on the list, and that was all I had planned. But at the last minute I went, oh, and I think I asked for only a little bit, but I just wanted a little bit of vanilla birch in there as well. It does smell really good. I don't think the crackling birch comes through quite as strongly as I was hoping. That may change when it melts though. So I feel like I get like that sharp herbaceous scent, sage and blackberry. And some more freshness from the crackling birch. I don't know if I can really smell vanilla birch. I did ask for it to be light though, so it might pop out a little bit warm. So yeah, this one is good, but I was kind of hoping for more crackling birch. But we'll see, and I might chuck more crackling birch in there because I do have quite a bit. All right. So that is the custom. 7 cents. I now have 34 clams to get through. So get stuck into it, I guess. So the first thing I have here is vanilla butter fudge. So no other scent notes. I do love these new labels though, which do have scent notes on them. They just make life so much easier. Her vanilla butter fudge smells really good. It does have a slight yeasty note, like quite a few vanilla butter fudge scents do, but I don't think it's as bready or as yeasty as some vendors' smells. I've really been enjoying vanilla butter fudge for blending at the moment. It goes great with Palo Santo. So like if you want to go down a woody path with your bakery blending. But it blends well with fruits and stuff as well. Like strawberry pound cake smells really good with that. So really love doing vanilla birch blending. I have Jazz Club. So this is Sandalwood, vanilla, Egyptian musk, and tobacco leaf and amber. And this one has a little bit of glitter on it. They don't normally have glitter, but this one does. This one smells good. It smells very masculine. But there's a real depth and an interesting kind of... The tobacco leaf and amber, because that has like a warm, spiced kind of honey scent to it. So it adds a little bit of a sweetness to that, to like depth and sweetness. So yeah, this is like the top of this is all very kind of masculine and musky and cologne-y and woody. But there's a real kind of sexy kind of heart to it. So yeah, I actually really like that one. Sea salt. So this one is crisp, watery ocean breeze with citrus and wood. This is not bad. It smells, it doesn't really smell, I think I was expecting it to be saltier. Whereas it smells more citrusy to me. It does, it smells like a watery aquatic scent with like a bright citrus. So it's nice and it's kind of fresh, but it doesn't really smell like uber salty like I was kind of thinking it might. I have the famous Haunted House Season, so one of Danny's blends. Apple clove butter, fallen leaves, and pumpkin pecan waffles. Yeah, this is really good. Like, I was a bit nervous about the clove butter because clove is not always my favourite kind of spicy scent. And you can definitely smell clove here, but it's... I'm not going to say subtle, but it's just not like an overwhelming clove. I think because it's like an apple clove butter. So yeah, this definitely smells like fall. I can smell the pumpkin pecan waffles. I feel like the leaves blends in really well. Like it's definitely there, but it's not overwhelming. And I can smell that apple. Like I feel like kind of the spiciness of the clove is clove and apple is like the most noticeable part of this blend, but like none of it dominates. So very, very nice. So I got some of the Dior type Sauvage. So this is Bergamot Driftwood, Tonka and Oriental Spices. So I think I've just heard good things about it. Could be Danny who raved about it. I'm not sure. And the notes sounded interesting, you know. It smells a little bit on the subtle side, to be honest, but it does smell good. It's kind of getting hard to get a read on. I feel like I get a slight citrus. Could be the bergamot that's doing that though. Yeah, it smells like a nice masculine cologne, but it does smell a little bit light. So, let's see how that goes. Caribbean Escape. So, I can't remember what the notes are on this. See, some of these clamshells are cracked, but I don't remember them being cracked when... I feel like... Because I did leave my wax down in the lounge room for a couple of days, and I feel like my son must have, like, lined them up and played Skittles or something. So this smells really good. Again, it smells a little bit light. Couldn't put my finger on exactly what I'm smelling other than it's kind of tropical. It's sort of tropical fruity, but also kind of aquatic too. I feel like I get some coconut milk out of it as well. I feel like it's like almost like a coconut milky kind of cocktail thing with maybe some sea breezes or stuff. So it smells good. Redcurrant and Ivy. So this is Redcurrant, Ivy, Citrus, Peach, Pear and Plum. So it just sounded interesting. It's really pretty. I definitely get like a muskiness. And it's definitely like a perfumed take. But the mix of fruits is quite nice. I do wish it was a little less perfume-like. There's like a musky perfume kind of thing going on in it, but it still smells good. I think I will enjoy melting that. None of the fruits really stand out. I couldn't tell you that there's peach or pear or plum. It's just like a mix. It's probably like some cologne type that everybody knows or something. Fierce, so the Abercrombie and Fitch type. So this is citrus, amber, lavender, white woods, and white musk. So this one I've had in blends and I've really enjoyed it. So I wanted to get it solo to smell it. And yeah, I really like Fierce. I've avoided so many cologne types over the years because just so many of them, if they smell like a body spray, like there's just so many men's cologne types that are off-putting to me. But I'm finding there are a handful that I do enjoy, and this is definitely one of them. This one smells masculine, but it doesn't smell like it's trying to be like sexy man. It smells like, I don't know, just cozy, comforting man. Yeah, I really, really like that scent. Hawaiian Sandalwood. So, I don't know, this just sounded interesting on the site. I can't remember what the notes are, but I do like sandalwood, so I thought, well. It smells a bit light. It smells like kind of smoky kind of sandalwood, but light. Yeah, I feel like I'm hardly getting anything off that right now. So I don't know how that one's going to go, but like it smells good, but it smells light. Coconut water and pineapple. So this is a new pineapple oil, I think. Quite a few of the scents I got are things that are newer. So like I feel like I ordered either a lot of scents that I've just not been interested in the past, or scents that have only been added to the website since I last ordered. When I say that, it's been almost a year since I last ordered from KAE, so that's like a year's worth of scents that have been added. It smells really good. I just love me any kind of pineapple scent. It's definitely like a sweetened pineapple, which I love. I can get like a milky coconut kind of flavour from it too. Oh, yeah, love it. Any kind of pineapple. I'll be melting pineapple all summer long. I don't care. Tobacco leaf and amber. So I think I've had this one before. Tobacco, warm honey, and citrus and spice. Yes, I have had this one before. It's amazing. It's so, so good. The warm honey and the spices just make this so incredible. It just, this absolute depth. And I think this one was the one, yes, that's the one in Jazz Club as well, that I can smell it in like the, like in the depths of that Jazz Club scent as well. So I need to do more blending with this, because that blend smells really good because of this. So I feel like this could just make more blends absolutely amazing. Because yeah, you definitely smell tobacco, but just the warm honey and the spices and the slight citrus. Oh my god, it's incredible. So I should have got more than that, but the order was already big enough as it is. I really didn't want to be putting more stuff in there. Holiday Drive. So this one is Fraser Fir Espresso and Bake Shop. So this was another one of Denny's blends, I think. It smells good. Again, I feel like I'm not getting as much off this as I should. I mean, these things are about I'd say probably 4 weeks old now. So I'd probably let them cure a little bit longer before I'd melt them. I can kind of smell everything. I can smell trees. I can smell espresso. I do find KAE's espresso is not super strong for me. So that could be part of it. And I can smell bakery. So it does smell good, but nothing's like really like jumping out to me like that's a tree scent or that's a coffee scent or it's a bakery scent. Like it's just kind of a toned down, kind of quiet mix of all of those things, if that makes sense. But it does smell really good. White pumpkin and amber. So I've been just curious about the whole concept of white pumpkin because I know of at least one scent that I really love that has white pumpkin in it. I don't think it smells like this though. This just actually smells like a kind of pumpkin spice. A little bit fresher maybe. And a bit more refined than maybe a pumpkin spice. So a bit nicer than a normal pumpkin spice, but still it smells like pumpkin spice. It's not bad, but yeah, it's definitely a pumpkin spice scent. Pine cones. So I've loved roasted pine cones for a lot. I was actually really hoping that she would have roasted pine cones as an oil, but she doesn't. Because I really just want a vendor to sell roasted pine cones on its own. So far, the only vendor I've been able to get that from has been Dessa's. But I want to be able to get it like all the time because it's one of my favorite oils. So yeah, this is definitely different. Roasted pine cones has a really delicious kind of vanilla lean to it. I mean, this one you can smell, you can tell it's a pine cone. You can tell the pine cones is like similar across the two, but this is just pine cones. It doesn't have all of that, the vanilla and the sweetness. So it's not bad, and I could probably blend this with either vanilla balsam or other vanilla kind of scents, and I would get something similar to roasted pine cones. I think I could definitely blend with this and do some good stuff. So, strawberry pound cake. So I've had Kate's strawberry pound cake before, and I did really enjoy it. She has a very good strawberry pound cake. It's strong. You get a really nice strawberry to it. It's creamy, and it does smell like cake. Like, it doesn't smell like an artificial strawberry chapsticky kind of scent like so many strawberry pound cakes can. Like, strawberry pound cake is one of those ones where I've found it's more reliably good for me across the vendors than any other strawberry scent. Like, I can name at least 3 or 4 different vendors whose strawberry pound cake scent I really enjoy. But there are a few vendor oils out there that they smell chapsticky, or they smell oversweet, or just no good. But the K one, really good. Really, really good. I think I got it to blend with, but I might just end up melting it solo because I don't get to melt strawberry pound cake solo very often. Lumberjack Contest. So this one is Leaves, Palo Santo, and Autumn Flannel. Kind of colour. This one is very deep and heavy. Quite flannel-like. I'd like the leaves. The leaves is a nice touch because it kind of freshens it, adds a slight, almost like a warm spice. But this is very woody and flannel-like. So it's not bad. I definitely have to be in like the right sort of mood to melt that. Rustic Woods and Rum. So this is Sandalwood Rum Tobacco Spice. Seriously, I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get to a point where I don't have to clear my throat every like 2-3 sentences. It's like making work like a nightmare as well. This smells really good. I get kind of like a bright spice from it. Like it's woody, but I guess it's the rum, but yeah, it's I mean, rum, there's lots of different rums, right? Like, I don't know why I know this, but I know I've drunk a few different rums in my time. And you can have like the really kind of dark ones. There's, you know, there's just all different types. And this one smells very bright and almost citrusy. It smells really good though. I do really like that one. That's quite unique. Okay. So I did get some orange chiffon cake. So I wanted to smell it on its own. Because I think I've only ever smelled it in blends before. And it's not bad. Like, it's definitely like kind of an artificial orange, like an orange icing, which I guess makes sense. It does make me think of those kind of orange pound cakes with like icing that you can get in like a layer in between. But it smells more like the icing than the cake. So yeah, it's not bad. It's not something I'd be crazy about melting on its own, but I do think it works really well in blends. So I love it in my mango chiffon cake blend. But I think I could blend that into other things as well. Maybe with the vanilla butter fudge. That might actually go really well. The orange and the vanilla butter fudge. Driftwood. So this is Sandalwood, Cider and Musk. So I just wanted to try out her Driftwood. It smells really good. Definitely sandalwood. I definitely get quite a sandalwood out of it. But more woody with the cedar. It doesn't really smell like when I think of like driftwood being like a beached wood. It doesn't really give me that kind of tone. It just smells like a more sort of woody sandalwood incense. But still, I do really like it. And it's quite strong too. Christmas Splendor. I cannot remember what the notes are for this. This one smells like, I can smell like an orange spice. Possibly like a cranberry, maybe. There could be other stuff as well, but the most noticeable thing I get is like that kind of spiced orange scent that you get in some sort of like Christmassy scents. Maybe with like clove or something. It's okay. It'll be alright for cold weather. Spiced honey and tonka. So tobacco leaf, oud wood, tonka honey spice. So this one sounded really good, especially because of how much I love that tobacco leaf and amber, which has I feel like they have similar notes because this one has honey but it's got tobacco leaf in it, and that one's tobacco and it's got honey in it. But okay, I think I like the other one better, but this is still very good. It's definitely a spiced honey scent. It has a slight woodiness to it, but not super, like the oud is not strong. Yeah, slight tobacco, but definitely spiced honey. So it's good. So the Arugula. This is so see, it's even harder to say when I like can't talk properly. Arugula. That's how you say it. But I can't. No. Anyway, bergamot, basil, green leaf, lily, and lime. It's just a word that's been ruined for me forever. I'm sorry. Because we don't call it that in Australia. It's just not something we say. I love this scent so much. This is one of my favourite green, fresh scents. It is so freaking good. It blends well. It's fantastic on its own. It's another one I would have got multiple of if I hadn't already been doing such a big order. But I do have a bag of it blended with Palo Santo and maybe cashmere cedar, and that's fantastic. So it's just so it's fresh, but it's herbal, but it's not like a garden leaf, it's just amazing. Oh, I'm so obsessed with that scent. Every time I smell it, it's just so good. Crackling birch. So, tried it in the blend. Also wanted to smell what her oil was like solo. I've tried pumpkin parcel, rose girl / scoopable, and a few other vendors in blends. So I will say this K one does smell a bit more refined than some of the others I've smelled, and that might be why it doesn't really pop out in the blend. Could be that it just needs more cure time, but this one I feel like I get more of the spice and a little bit less of the freshness. So it definitely smells familiar. It's definitely crackling birch, but it just smells slightly different to the other crackling birches I've tried. So, okay. Still going. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to go. Emerald Island. So this is beechwood, vetiver, seagrass, emerald agave, and coconut milk. So I love emerald agave. I love beechwood vetiver. So I thought this sounded like a really interesting blend. It smells really pretty. First blush, it smells like emerald. I feel like I can smell emerald agave and coconut milk, like a slightly creamier, more coconutty emerald agave. Emerald agave is like, it's like fruits and agave, and it's like this really amazing kind of green, fruity, like summery scent. And yeah, I can definitely smell coconut milk. I don't feel like I get beechwood vetiver super strongly. Beechwood vetiver is a very distinct kind of scent. I feel like I can kind of tell it's there, but it is very subtle compared to the emerald agave, which I'm not complaining about at all. So yeah, this is just, this just smells like, sorry, hang on. Just like threw the clam across the room. Yeah, so it just smells like a bit of a twist on emerald agave, and I'm all about that. I didn't get any emerald agave because I think I do still have at least one more clam from last time I ordered. Earth and oak. So this is nice. It's good because it smells earthy and it almost smells like it's got dirt, but it doesn't smell like that real kind of soil smell. It's more of a refined kind of, like perfumery kind of take on like a dirt smell. And the oak is really nice in here too. So like it does smell outdoorsy, but there's something about, like, it does smell like something you could wear, you know? So that is quite nice. I have Hey Sailor. So this is Black Sea, Winter Linen, and Blackcurrant Absinthe. This is the only one with like an embed, and it's the only one that cracked. So, no, it's not the only one that cracked. No, when it arrived, this was, I swear this was the only one that was cracked when it arrived. Like, God knows what happened to the clams and things when they sat down there. But anyway, because I didn't see my son play with them, but I swear he must have. So this smells really good. I feel like a lot of Black Sea and Winter Linen, which is interesting because Blackcurrant Absinthe can be quite strong, but yeah, this is clean and linen-y, but it's got like that oceanic amber quality that Black Sea has. But I do think there's like more depth and more interesting kind of, like the Blackcurrant Absinthe just, yeah, it gives it more depth and more complexity. So yeah, I think I like that. I mean, considering like a linen scent is not really my kind of thing, it smells good. Then I got some just Blackcurrant Absinthe, because I think Danny's raved about this one, so, and I've been getting into blackcurrant scents lately. So it's got it's definitely got like a cologne note to it. But then there is a really nice, yeah, the blackcurrant smells really good. I don't know what the absinthe is, but I can it definitely smells kind of, yeah, cologne-like as well. But it's good. I do like it. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll melt it solo or if I'll blend it, but I like it. Cherry Pipe Smoke. So this is cherry wood, tobacco, and vanilla in a swirl of smoke. And they've decorated it kind of smoky-like. Yeah, there's like a swirl in there. So I smell cherry and smoke. It's interesting, I guess, as my nose has kind of fixed itself. The first time I smelled this, all I could smell was smoke. Like, overwhelmingly smoky. But particularly when I'm smelling the bottom now, I can definitely smell cherry. And the more I smell it, the more I can smell tobacco in the mix with it. When I first smelled it, I was like, I don't like that. It's too smoky. But now I'm smelling more of the complexity with the cherry and the tobacco. And it's still not like a huge favourite, but it's definitely better than what it was. Bonfire Bliss. So this is dried leaves, smoky woods, toasted mallow, and sweet vanilla. So this is a favourite of mine. They've done like a little swirl on that one too. I love Bonfire Bliss because it smells smoky to me, but it's kind of in a, again, in like that sort of wearable, like it's like a bonfire, but in a feminine perfume, you know. This one does smell a little bit sweeter and smoother than what I'm used to with Bonfire Bliss. I think hers is a little bit different to some of the others I've had. It's less smoky. I feel like I'm getting more toasted mallow and sweet vanilla. So yeah, I don't know if I love this one as much as some of the others I've tried. It still smells good, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it just is more, it is stronger on the toasted mallow. Like I definitely get quite a strong toasted mallow off that. Tonka and Oud. So similar to that scent that it's in from Teddy Bees and the Custom, I really wanted to just smell Tonka and Oud on its own and get kind of used to it because I feel like it's a scent that I really want to do more things with. Yeah, I really do. It's really hard to describe because it doesn't smell like super heavy like Oud would, but it is kind of woody and masculine, but it's so unique. It does have a slight polished soapy quality as well. I don't know, but I'm really, really into Tonka and Oud at the moment. I actually don't know 100% if I would melt it solo. I might try it solo, but I just feel like it's an amazing base for a lot of blends. Beach Nights. So, toasted mallow, sea salt breeze, and chocolate graham cracker. I just wanted to try it. She used to have Sand and S'mores, which I thought was meant to be close to Beach Nights, but I think this is the actual legit type oil versus like her own combo of it. I'm really sorry for the constant throat clearing. I'm really sorry. Okay, so I wanted to smell it because I just wanted to smell everyone's Beach Nights, and just so I know. I have really gone off Beach Nights of late, and I've realised that there's the sea salts that's in some of them goes kind of like sour body milk to my nose. So there's certain vendors now I thought I would start getting better with their Beach Nights. I feel like I'm getting worse. The more I smell it, the less I like it. I feel like this one could be okay. Which is interesting because those other ones are all meant to be like Bath Body Works type as well. But maybe it's just different oils. It could be the way that ages, because I feel like some of those ones that I really dislike now I've had for a while. So it might be just as the scent cures. I just don't like it. It develops a sour tone that I don't like. Because this almost has it. But I can smell the toasted mallow and the graham cracker, and I feel like that pulls it from the edge of that. And it's so weird because I normally love salty sea airs and so many salty scents, but just the salt profile in some of these Beach Night scents just doesn't quite work for me. So yeah, this actually smells okay. I could melt that. So, which is a bit weird, but anyway. Alright. 3 more. Apple cider donut. So I've had her apple cider donut before. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's very strong on the apple cider. Definitely more apple cider than donut, but there is a delicious donut note to it too. Really, really good. I really enjoy that one. Black coral and moss. This one's a bit messy poured. It kind of leaked into the bottom there. This is okay. It definitely has like a body spray kind of tone to it. So it smells kind of, yeah, it smells kind of like a beachy body spray. Kind of a bit aquatic, but also, yeah. So I don't know. That one It definitely has that very strong kind of just sprayed out of a can vibe. Last one, Cozy Nuts. So this smells soapy and slightly smoky. Yeah. Like soap and smoke. The smoke is subtle, like it's like a Marshmallow Fireside smoke. It's not like a pipe smoke, heavy pipe smoke or anything. Don't know, it's maybe a bit too soapy for my liking. I can't remember why I bought it or what it was meant to be, but anyway, here's what it is. That's it. That is the whole case haul. I'm so happy I've got it done. I'm going to get everything, well, try to get everything put away. There's a lot of wax to put away. So I'm going to leave it there and go to bed. I've still got my Teddy Bees haul. I will do that tomorrow. I hope you're all doing really well. I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.